Hello. How are we, Melbourne? Are we having fun? Yeah. That's good. I'm glad. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Hey, what's your name, sir? Sam. Thank you for coming out, Sam. I appreciate you. By the way, Sam, before we move on, killer white name, solid white name, Sam. One of the top shelf white names. Are you employed, Sam? Damn straight you are with that kind of name. That's a job-getting name, Sam. Do you want to know what my full name is, Sam? Pax Assadi. Have I ever had a job interview, Sam? Fuck your life, Sam. I'm kidding, Sam. I'm happy you're here. But I tease you. I tease you for it being easier to get a job if you have a white name. And I have proof, right? I have proof because my dad came to New Zealand in the 80s as a refugee, right? Looking for a better life for him, his family, and his soon-to-be children. And obviously, when you come to a country as a refugee, the first thing you do is you look for a job, right? Now, my dad, he has a very ethnic name. He's a very Iranian name, traditional Iranian name. His name is Afnan, right? And you have Afnan. That's how you say it. That's the proper pronunciation. Afnan. You have to have the A in the Afnan because A is actually a letter in Iran. No joke. It's A B C D A F G H I J K. So, comes to New Zealand, looks for a job, right? Can't get an interview because of his ethnic sounding name, changes his name to a white name. Not only does he get an interview, he gets a job in the first week, right? Sad. Isn't that a sad fact, Sam? You know what's even sadder than that? To this day, if you ask my dad where he's from, he'll tell you he's Italian. With a very thick Middle Eastern accent. He's like, this is my son, Pax Assadi, and my name is Mario. Ferrari number one. Gnocchi is my favorite food. Who like gnocchi? You like gnocchi? If you didn't laugh at that, get the fuck out right now. It's the funniest joke I've ever written in my entire life. You understand me? I had a good upbringing in New Zealand. I had a lovely upbringing. I was in ESL. We know what ESL is, yeah? English is a second language. I was in ESL in school, but I was born in New Zealand. You're probably wondering how that happened. The ESL teacher walked into the class, started pointing at all the ethnic-looking kids, got to me, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it, lady. And then I didn't have to read Animal Farm for an hour. I was down. I leaned into it as well. I wanted to stay in ESL. I didn't want to go back to normal class. I loved it. I'd be like, and then... and then the rain is fall. The rain is fall. Down. And go to the river. To the river. Go to the river. And then the bell would go and she'd be like, all right, we're done here. And I'd be like, all right, later, bitch. I have kids of my own now. I have children of my own. I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter. My 3-year-old goes to daycare. She goes to daycare and she has play dates, which I think is awesome. I love play dates. There's one particular mum that loves to bring her daughter over to our house, though. It's quite extreme. Like, it's almost every week she wants to bring her daughter to our house, which I don't have a problem with. I think it's cool. It means my daughter gets to hang out with another person and grow and develop, and it's cool. I like it. And one day they were hanging out at our house. The daughter was there. The mum had left her there. And they were playing in the playroom, right? I'm in the office, but I can hear them. And then my daughter's friend says, this is my favorite color. And as a parent, I'm just like curious. I'm like, oh, I wonder what her favorite color is. So I peek into the playroom and she's pointing at her skin. I'm like, oh, wow. My daughter's friend is a racist baby, right? She has a racist baby friend. And I realize why the mum wants to bring her daughter to our house so much. She's using us to de-racist her baby. She's like, come in, take deep breaths, honey, breathe in all that diversity, breathe it all in. Oh, what are you guys watching? Paw Patrol? Why don't we see what's on Al Jazeera? And I get it. I'm not gonna get mad at her because I get it, right? My daughter does similar things. My 5-year-old does similar things. Like my daughter, think about this. My 5-year-old's father, me, is brown. I'm a brown man, right? Her uncle, my brother, is brown. Her grandfather is brown. Her great-grandfather is brown. All the men in her life are brown men. So when she's in public, she stares at white men uncomfortably, right? So I get it. I understand that it can be tough having kids in these kinds of situations, right? Like one time we were in a mall and my daughter was staring at this white dude, right? Like non-stop, and it was getting very uncomfortable. And then she looks at me and goes, Daddy, does that man have eyebrows? He did have eyebrows, but to my daughter, if your eyebrows aren't 40% of your face, then do you have eyebrows? Do you? One time I was also this situation, because my daughter's light skin. I have a white wife, so my kids are light skin as. Weird that it sounds like I'm bragging about my white babies. I got white babies, yo. I got light skin babies, right? So it can be a weird situation when me, a brown man, is trying to get my white children to cooperate in public places. It looks weird. Like I remember one time my daughter, I wanted to leave the mall. I was like, baby, we gotta leave the mall. I'm tired, right? And she wasn't cooperating. So I just picked her up under my arm and started hightailing it out of the mall. Which doesn't look great when your white baby is staring at white men like she's looking for her real daddy. And as I'm leaving the mall, this elderly white woman comes up to me and goes, excuse me, sir, is that your child? And I just went, shh. I love fucking with people. I love it. It's my favorite thing. I do it because it's it's what my family loves to do. My family loves to mess with people. And the person that loves to mess with people the most is my granddad. My granddad's a very funny guy. I love my granddad. He's an old Iranian man. He's a 75-year-old Iranian man. And his favorite thing to do is mess with people. And I remember one time we were on the bus. And the reason we were on the bus is because I was taking my granddad to the doctor because I translate for him from time to time, right? And our car was at the shop. And my wife was using the other car, so we didn't have any cars to use. I was like, Granddad, let's go on the bus. He's like, okay, let's go, right? So we get on the bus. There's nobody on the bus. There's like 2 people on the bus. It's empty. We get on the bus. My granddad sees the situation, looks at me, and goes, Pax, watch this. I'm excited, right? He walks down the aisle of the bus, gets to a kid, 21, 22 years old, who has headphones in. And you know when you're on a bus and you want to sit next to someone because it's packed, you don't say anything, you just kind of look at them to kind of say, hey, can I sit next to you? He did this on an empty fucking bus. He looks at him, he's like, hey. That kid's like, yeah, sure, man. Granddad sits down. 2 minutes go by, right? Nothing's happened. I'm sitting there waiting for something to happen. And then after 2 minutes, my granddad just pulls the earphone out of his head and just goes, excuse me! He's like, yeah? And he's like, my name is Masood, and I am from Iran. One day in Iran, I am working. Click, 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 chick, 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 chick. And I see the donkey. Hey! And the donkey is go in the ocean. Donkey? Why is you in the ocean? You cannot swim. And the donkey say, don't worry, I am a horse. donkey's come out of the ocean. He's walking, kill it. And donkey is fall down. Oh, fuck. Now, okay, my granddad loves to swear in English, right? His favorite thing to do is to swear in English. Because he'll never, ever swear in Farsi. Never, right? The only reason that is because to my grandfather, God doesn't understand English. And we tell him all the time. Our family's always like, Baba, we call him Baba. We're like, Baba, you can't swear. Stop swearing in public. Like, you do it too much. And he's like, okay, sorry. But then in family situations, when it's us all hanging out at like a family get-together, he'll wait till he makes eye contact with me and my brother, and then he'll just go, bullshit. I love him. Like, oh, this donkey has died. And then people come, they cry, hey, donkey. And then he looks this kid in the eyes, into his soul, and goes, you know why donkey is die? Because donkey is a bad boy. You don't be bad boy. And then he just walks back down the aisle of the bus and goes, I got that little shit good. My name is Pax Assadi, guys. You guys have been an amazing audience. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you.